Greetings, everyone. This is me, Zahra Bazak, here again, Zahra Ex-Muslim. So, from my channel, Zahra Bazak, still Zahra Bazak, Ex-Shia True Seeker 1. That's my channel's name. Some of it is in brackets, like in the Quran. The translators put some things, Quran ayats in brackets. So, meaning okay, I'm back. I got the topic now, so got the topic straight, and this is going to be very unprofessional. Then maybe we can refine it later. But for now, I was thinking, and I've been thinking since I found out that there are hadiths of the Imams, Sayyid Ali Zaidi, excuse me, brought to my attention that in a coffee and all, uh, Imams have said that they have a different Quran. Excuse me, sorry. So I don't know how it is, how they've said it, but what kind. I haven't checked that, and I'm not going to. Sorry, I don't have the really strength to check, but it's there. So I just have to believe in what Sayyid Ali Zaidi has said. Uh, so this was like, okay, now the Shias are going to say all that my work. You can't show us anything, any contradictions from this Quran because we have a different Quran. It's coming, although we've been lied to, some of us. Okay, so there's a different Quran, and the problem arises when we show contradictions. The ex-Muslims show contradictions from this Quran, Sunni Quran. Then, okay, so then we have the Ismaili Imam too, walking, talking Quran, who is present, Hazir and Nazir, present and Hazir and Nazir in front of our eyes. You can see him. And he's a very good person, but let's not get carried away by that emotion. And that, with the emotion, and all that, he's a very good person, maybe. Oh, so this Imam is really good. I do agree to that. But let's now look at what I was thinking is how would the true Imam, even this, if he's true, the Ismaili Imam, fourth Imam, with due respect to him and prayers for his long, perfect life, may he live long as I live. I can't see myself since I found him on Facebook pages. And I've seen his videos, really can't live without him. Yeah, this is my weakness. I think I'll break down, cry, and all that if I find out, God forbid, that he's gone. So this is how much I love and adore as a ex-Shia also, and sometimes get angry. But recently, as an ex-Muslim, but this is how much I adore him. So and admire him. I mean, I haven't been able to admire a Hindu guru like I admire um, His Highness Aga Khan the Fourth, Prince Karim al Husseini. Okay? It's a bit hard on my soul, but I'll go on. So he needs to prove that each and everything, there's a lot of material from the Umayyad side and the alleged enemies of Prophet Muhammad and the uh, wives also and the Sahabas also, there were hypocrites and the wives that annoyed him, and there were many of his dushmans, enemies, animosity against him, and then Imam Ali too. So we have it from the 12 Shia sides, a lot of material. What can be proven that Imam Hussein was on the right side, Yazid was on the wrong side, but I disagree completely. Now, so the Imam has to prove, first of all, let's see if I can put this in order, but I may not be able to. Right now, it's just rough script type, you know. have come here to put. So the first thing he has to prove that the truthfulness, the Prophet Muhammad being a true prophet. And how is he going to prove that? The onus, the burden is on him, on the true Imam, Shia Imam, to prove. And also to prove about these Quran ayats, the Sunni, against the Sunni Quran ayats, that there's no contradiction and the material, also hadiths are wrong, and the things that the grudge, that was a grudge established against Imam Ali and Prophet Muhammad earlier on, before Imam Ali. Surah Hashar ayats, taking each and every ayat against Jews or who became Muslims and then, gave Prophet Muhammad a hard time, or just the Jews in Yathrib. They were expelled and their houses broken, and he has to prove that the houses were not broken. Allah did not cast terror into their hearts, Surah Hashar ayat 1, and trees were not broken. He has to prove assassination on him, attempted assassination on Prophet Muhammad by these Yathrib Jews, and even then we have to look and see whether, if there was an assassination attempt, whether these Yathrib Jews should have broken their houses. Allah should have cast terror into their hearts. So I was going the wrong way. I was going the hard way to Surah Nur ayat in my previous live stream. But this time I've taken a U-turn and said, come back and see what the true Imam has to prove now. Shia Imam. As the Shias have their Imam after Prophet Muhammad, the representative he's called the Imam, and he has to guide the people spiritually and materially in every way, guide them in this world. So, and take care of them, their spiritual needs. And, if they can help themselves, it's okay. But if they can't, then they can get help from their Imam, living, present, seeing Imam, whom we can see. Okay? So, then I was like, no, this Imam has to prove. Oh, so, sorry, I just made a mistake. So Surah Nisa ayat 47, the Imam has to prove that this ayat has wrongfully been put in this Quran. They don't have it in the true, these like Surah Hashar ayats also. Breaking of their houses, expelling them from their homes, cutting down of their trees, a lot of things. Surah Tawbah ayats, they have to prove. Against polytheists, the ayats, they have to prove. And also that these ayats inserted in the Sunni Quran are wrong. The true ayats are the true Quran, and the ones in Imam Ali's Quran is the right one. And that this ayat where it says, "O you who were given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down, confirming that which is with you before we obliterate faces and turn them toward their backs, or curse them as we curse the Sabbath breakers, and ever is the matter of Allah accomplished." So this was established somehow unprofessionally with Salahuddin, also to Salahuddin, that it has an element of course, it has force, threat. Wherever there's a threat, even by Allah, so he has to prove that this Allah, the Imam has to prove that this Allah is the true God of the Abrahamic religion, and everything in the previous books also, what decides the Surah Nisayat, which I'm going to now share on the screen, which I read out. I didn't share Surah Hashar ayats, and maybe even share Surah Tawbah ayats with you later on. But for now, look at this ayat which I established that there is a compulsion here, right? Because force, threat. Okay, they're not forced, they're forced in this way by a threat to accept Islam. Firstly, it says that, oh, you were given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down. So it was not about what is in the previous scriptures confirming, but whether to establish there was a threat in this compulsion. When Surah Ayatul Kursi part says in the Quran that there is no compulsion in religion, truth stands out clear from error. So how far have they been? How far is this ayat true? There's a contradiction though showing in the Sunni Quran against that ayat in Ayatul Kursi, Surah Baqarah ayat part of Ayatul Kursi that the Shias, I don't know how far the Sunnis take Ayatul Kursi, but we have, the Shias have a longer Ayatul Kursi than the Sunnis. I heard it's shorter for the Sunnis, right? Anyways, that part, is, whether it's in Ayatul Kursi for the Sunnis, I don't know, but in Shia Sam, I know it's, there's no compulsion in religion, truth stands out clear from error. So I established what is compulsion and the meaning of compulsion, although through a dictionary, English dictionary. And then we took that word from compulsion, the English word from Ayatul Kursi part, there's no compulsion in religion because it uses compulsion, the translators. Okay, and we can go back again to that. So many, many things the Imam will have to establish. So don't take it like, oh, he's a Surah Nur tafsir, Ismailis have given this. Like, then the God will have to talk in parables. What's that? Give parables to people. Imams have given parables in Surah, Al-Qafi, the hadiths. They talk in parables. Like my friend's friend who came to visit me from America to Karachi at my home told me that Imams talk in parables, some things we can't understand. So as you see in the previous live stream, I was showing you from Surah Nur, tafsir of the Ismailis, right? It was written there, then why God will have to talk in parables with them when they have not searched out that God and the light is in them, as Surah Nur ayat 35, right? You get it? I hope I'm kind of clear about this, not very clear in explaining and all that. But you get my point, right? So then where was I going? There is no compulsion. There is no compulsion in religion, Quran ayat. Surah Baqarah, ayat 256, Quran.com has come. Oh, thank God. I don't have to go down, scrolling down. So please bear with me as I, not share with me, but bear with me as I share this now. So many things. So please help me put it in proper, constructed properly, uh, like a solicitor, professional person about this. So we can send it to our Imam, Ismaili Imam. Oh, yeah, in humanity, like we are all one, right? Another thing I had forgot, there was this thing that, so like for example, if someone who searches out God, the light is in them, will come. They'll realize that the light of God is in them, and that maybe the messenger's position is only to show you that the light is within you, right? Uh, so, sorry, this site can't be reached, Quran.com. I don't know why. As you can see here, okay, let's go through this. This site can be reached. Oh, I finally reached. Maybe that one was just fake something. Okay, right course. There shall be no compulsion in the religion. Okay. So the word compulsion here in Arabic is
إكراها.
ikraha, right? So every person here, even when we were saying Shias, we would say there is no compulsion. This is how we would read the ayat in English. So every translator here has put no compulsion. There's no dissenting translator, a different word used for this compulsion. So it's all English compulsion. Then we can safely say that we can go to an English dictionary or even a tafsir, but just for the what is the meaning of compulsion? You can see here meaning of compulsion. And that he'll also have to prove that the polities of that time were, that's just secondary. But everything, every blame put on the polytheists against the polytheists, like they were burying their baby infant daughters alive. He will have to prove if the same ayat is in Imam Ali's Quran. Hmm? First of all, we have to get the Imam Ali's Quran. Or if now the walking, talking Quran Imam is present, like the Ismaili Imam, then he has to prove. If he says that it's not in this Quran, then it's okay. But if it is there in his Quran, the ayat that they used to bury their infant daughters alive, then he has to prove they used to bury anything against the polytheists and the Jews and the Christians of that time and the hypocritical Sahabas mentioned in this Quran. Imam has a very the burden. What do you call that? Onus lies on him. So now this let's look at this compulsion thing, because the Sunnis came here arguing with me that this in this Surah Nisa ayat 447 doesn't mean compulsion. So I had to show them what is the meaning of compulsion in English dictionary, Oxford. The action or state of forcing or being forced to do something. Now they said, oh, there's no force in this. First they were saying this from Allah, but no. Even if it's from Allah, Allah says there's no compulsion in religion. Even Allah should not be using compulsion. Or another definition where coercion, threat, pressure. Look at this, pressure of any kind is applied, which would mean there is a element of compulsion. They are compelled, right? Right now on this. Now we go to Merriam-Webster dictionary. Maybe if we're allowed to go there in the website. Uh, so any kind of threat. You see here it says doesn't give threat, but coercion would be pressure. It says or duress, being under duress. And now, like for example, this His Highness said, "I'm from the progeny of Prophet Muhammad." That's not enough. It's enough maybe just for the Sunnis to accept King of Jordan and the other Sunni religious scholars, but Imam has to prove a lot. The act or process or power of course, no. So what is now coerce? You see, it has an element of threat. So Let's close this one. Open another. Oh God, let me show you then this way, right? The meaning of threat, right? Okay, I have to come here and just present, share on screen. Do this again. Threat. So compulsion has threat also in it. How? There's nothing likely to cause damage or a statement of an intention to inflict pain, injury, damage, or other hostile action on someone in retribution for something done or not done, right? Oh, could this the synonyms? Let's go to synonyms of threat. Thank you, Merriam Dash Webster. Danger, menace, peril, hazard, trouble, snare. Let, oh no, let me just search it out like this. I don't think it's made easy for me here. It, uh, very, very important to establish the root matter. Compulsion and threat are same or different. Oh God, huh? So, what is compulsion? Compulsion should not have any threats in it, right? How is it? Now, it's not giving me very directly that I can show you right now. Coercion and compulsion. It usually employs a threat of some dire consequence if the actor does not do what the coercer demands, although it is controversial whether a non. Oh God, it has a threat. You see this compulsion synonym 70s. It Routledge Encyclopedia. So you see this contrary to preference. Okay, you can read this. Presumably contrary to their own preferences, it usually employs coercion as a technique for forcing people to act as the coercer wants them to act, and presumably contrary to their own preferences. Coercion and compulsion. There's a contrast between coercion in which the victim can choose one or the other of the two alternatives allowed by the coercer, for example, your money or your life, and what we might call compulsion, in which the victim has no choice at all, as for example, when the victim is knocked unconscious and dragged away. In compulsion, options are closed by physical force, making alternatives to what the coercer demands physically impossible. In contrast, coercion does not destroy the preferred alternatives as much as destroy its appeal by increasing its cost. The cost is the alternative specified in the coercer's threat. Like compulsion gives no way out, right? No way out. but element of threat both have. So now let's see. So can we say that this ayat, Surah Nisa ayat, yeah, it has compulsion, right? If you don't do this, we will obliterate your faces, or this or that. They don't have a choice. There's a threat by Allah, and they don't have a choice. So, yes, there is that. This is compulsion. Or you farming that which is with you before we obliterate faces and turn them toward their backs, or curse them as we curse the Sabbath breakers. And ever is the matter of Allah accomplished. So if you don't believe in this, either you will have your faces obliterated or a curse be put on you as we curse the Sabbath breakers, or turn them toward their backs. I don't know what that means in Arabic. Oh, which you already possess, do this already, turning them backwards, lay a curse upon them, right? So there is this compulsion in this. Because threat has come. They don't have a choice now, or else bad things will happen. They've been told Allah will do bad things to you here. So threat element is there. So this established, right? So if Imam Ali's Quran doesn't have, and they say that is the true Quran by Prophet Muhammad, doesn't have this ayat, uh, it's not then, it's, don't believe that, okay, we believe, yeah, believe that, okay, this Imam Ali's Quran doesn't, the true Quran, then, which the Shia's Imam has, doesn't have this ayat, but I'm not going to stop there, right? He has to prove more. But if this ayat is there, then leave it. Leave this religion. There's compulsion to God. And that ayat, there is no compulsion in religion. And then another ayat. So the politics against, like, oh, Prophet Muhammad was exiled, but for what reason was he exiled? Was it the same reason that if anyone spoke against Islam, would be would what would Prophet Muhammad do? And did he do that? Surah Tobias. Let's go to Surah Tobias, right? So we haven't been as yet. We're kind of Shias are misguided. 12 Shias, because they don't have a walking, talking Imam. They have an Imam in occultation. And I've seen Ismailis, like some of their ayats are in this Quran, this Sunni Quran. So, okay. Then many things like this. For example, uh, if they have that ayat where Surah Tawbah at 19, water was supplied to the pilgrims and they made it equivalent to believing in Allah and the last day and jihad, or and they have made, so against that, Imam will have to explain, is this right? Good deeds, or recently, Muslims would pray in this Ramadan, may our good deeds be accepted. So against the politics, like, I felt there were unreasonable, unjust Quran ayats where they did a good deed and made it. If the Quran ayat is saying they made it equivalent against them, I wonder whether they made it equivalent to believing in Allah and the last day and jihad or not. So that too, the Shia Imam has to prove. And how can he prove it unless he brings up polytheists from that time and the works? So I thought, I can give Imam a chance, still giving Imam a chance, but my days are like I just need help, and I feel that it's too long now. They say, justice delayed is justice denied. Isn't it high time? With due respect to Ismaili Imam, he's a very good person, great person. Like a rabbi, Jewish rabbi, but I'm not Jewish. I still go on his channel and I say, what a great person you are. You're wonderful. This is so good. Uh, I mean, it's like humanity, talking to humanity, problems, solutions, finding in this way, compassionate, understanding, explaining that how terrible betrayal is for your children, even. Oh my God, it's just so wonderfully. My words that I just don't, my heart can't say. My heart would wish to convey. And the way his style, Rabbi Simon's, is just too good. Does that mean I believe in his religion? No, I don't. And am I, no, I'm not a hypocrite, but I admire him. I'm not a Ismaili Shia and I hate this religion. This is a false religion. I hate it because it has done a lot, betrayed, exploited people, and so many things. Killing. Although it's the Imam will say, I'm the true Imam, I'm from the progeny. That's not enough. I'm from the progeny of Prophet Muhammad. The light is in me. Then we saw, this really helped the Ismaili, the light is in. So freely travel, or disbelievers. Yeah, disgrace. And then how many ayats of Surah Tawbah ayats are in the true Quran, which Imam Ali has and now Imam Mahdi has, or even Ismaili Imam has now as a walking, talking Quran? Does this ayat exist? Please tell us, Imam. Please tell us. We would be so honored to have you here explaining to us. So, but like many ayats not Surah Tawbah, but just for example, again on this, right? Share this on the Ismaili. Uh, for example, the mystery when they explain the light and what is this light? Divine light cannot be revealed directly to man. Why there has never been a direct. So for all of you, you are light, not only Ahmad, not only the progeny, Prophet Muhammad and his progeny, and the true Imams, right? This is what it's saying, right? The light is there, the divine light is there for everyone. And you need intense meditation. So this goes for the Hindus, right? We can understand Hindus, Buddhists doing intense meditation. Intense. You see this? Let me just highlight it. Intense meditation is required. They're not saying intense prayers are required 5 times according to the Islam obligatory ways, Islamic ways. But the Ismaili Murid, Ismaili Muslim is saying intense meditation is required. In the ultimate reaches its a divine revelation is definite, imprisoned within these physical chills. By it reaches its ultimate. Why there has never been a direct divine revelation is a definite mystery. Definite mystery, unresolved, right? Mystery that is there. What does definite mean? Anyone help me? Or Google, I need Google dictionary. But if I'm wrong, please. But it's like definitely a mystery now, unresolved for anyone or everyone. Definite mystery. What does it mean? But this begins to be unfolded if a human soul, by intense human soul, not even a moment, believer in Prophet Muhammad and all this, Allah is one. What are they saying? Unfolded if a human soul by intense meditation reaches ultimate reality. Thank you, Imam. He's helped me. Ismaili Imam is helping me against himself. You know what that means? Oh, you know what this means? Ultimate reality reaches its ultimate reality, like Peter Russell now has found out, and he can demonstrate to us. But he told us in that video on YouTube that he can demonstrate, but for now he just wants to explain. So he didn't demonstrate what the light, seeing through light's view eyes, what is light itself, absolute. Ah, so you see, no, Imam has explained that way scientifically what light is. Or we should go to Imam Jafar Sadiq when the Imams were given time and they weren't the Sunnis or the Umayyads were not going after them. So they had a certain period where they could explain things. And Imam Jafar Sadiq, let's see, for the Shias, what he has, how he has explained light. I'm just going to search for it. Imam Jafar Sadiq on light. Let's go to his book I had in the Quran. Oh, okay. His tafsir. And sixth Imam Shia Imam has stated that God first spoke of his light. Let me share this. We can go to his book also. If I have the energy and time. Let's see Wikipedia. Just in short now, and when I can in detail when I'm able to. The eighth Imam of the 12 were, that's Imam Raza, right? Ali Ibn Musa. Ali Raza. Al Raza. Oh no, this is the eighth Imam. The sixth Shiite Imam Jafar Sadiq has stated that God first spoke of his light. The example of God's guidance is in the heart of the believer. The glorious in is inside the believer and the lamp of his heart. The lamp is the light that God has placed in his heart. Hence it is, but what is this light? Hence it was and remains a key Quranic passage to many Sufis and Muslim philosophers into the present day who argue for esoteric readings of the Quran. Al-Ghazali's reflection on this verse are collected in Mishqat al-Anwar or Anwar, the niche of lights, often employed by the Sufis and Muslim philosophers. The verse is also the primary source of one of the 99 names of God. So here we have commentators on Ayat an-Nur include Avicenna, al-Ghazali, Fakhr al-Din al-Razi, Ibn al-Arabi, Rumi, Mullah Sadra, Hakim, Nuruddin, Mirza Bashiruddin, Mahmud Ahmad, Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah, Baha'u'llah. Baha'u'llah, one, so yes, where can we go? Okay, so I wish I could do all this detail, find Baha'u'llah's, what is light, maybe later on, right? And go back to this, where is it, sharing okay, go back. Now for the Shia, and in fact, I should be helping all of you, even the Baha'is. I wish I could. All of you. Sufis also come. Mullah Sadra, he was exiled. I know. He was, what do you call that? Oh, God, the word. उर्दू में भी नहीं आता है हमें खोजा सिंधी में नहीं आता अच्छा so this what does the Imam have to prove now? Those who claim, the Shias who claim that Imam has given us in Al-Kafi that our Quran is different, or in Imam Ali has that Quran, the true Quran, let's say. Now, what could they have done? Come and explain that. And if it is true, then why? There are people dying. They're going to China. Have a little bit of, okay, what's happened here is some loading, buffering problem here. Network may be slow. It was buffering my video. Oh, my live stream. So, heal the world. For healing, people suffering, cancer, sickle cell diseases. They want healing. We thought, as a Shia Muslim, I don't know, Sunni Muslims also, perhaps, that Prophet Muhammad was our physician, and the healing will come from the Qurans and the saying, and say the truth has come and falsehood has vanished. Surely falsehood is a vanishing thing, and we reveal of the Quran that which is a healing and a mercy to the believers, and it only adds to the perdition of the unjust. So the unjust can be those who don't even believe in this Quran and the last message of the last prophet, the eternal now message of the last prophet. And so, this is also a problem, unjust people. And you may say, oh, that's okay, these people, they didn't believe. That's why they're suffering in America and elsewhere, the disbelievers in Africa, also New Zealand, Europe, let them suffer. Because but no, I saw even my own Muslim suffering, Shia suffering, diseases, Sayyids suffering. Oh, they may not. Oh, one of the Sayyids, I don't want to say, father, used on 9th Muharram. His daughter, widow, I don't want to say more. But I was like talking to her, and I put this in her mind. Something. कि अभी कहाँ है हमारा अल्लाह खुदा और Imam Ali कहाँ है? Like now, after her father, she ties me on the Allah, and her father used to tie every Shia, whoever would go to this Imam Bargan would want a tying to the Allah for blessings and all this, entrust ourselves. So you see, now I've just started it. So who's going to help me? On this, shall I call it a disorderly thing? Where is Imam? He should be here. No one's going to kill him. So who do you think started this? Hatred. Ooh, violence. If the Imam has the true Quran, Surah Mumtahana. Surah Mumtahana hai. I sometimes used to search it Hinna, so sorry, earlier on it. Surah Mumtahana. Abraham and his people started this, right? You can see if this is in the Shia Quran, Imam has to prove many things. The onus, the burden of proof lies on this Imam. So when he comes with the true Quran, it's not enough. You need to tell him, how? Oh, Imam, our lives, our parents' lives ransom for you. This is how you're going to ask him with respect. Please, can you tell us? Oh, you have believed, do not take my enemies and your enemies as allies. Sorry, I forgot sharing this. Surah Mumtahana. Oh, you have believed. So this ayat could be or could not be there. We don't know. Then the second ayat, we don't know, gain dominance over you. If they were to get the better of you, they would behave to you as enemies and stretch forth their hands and their tongues against you for evil. Imam has to prove that this was not done in context or at any time where these enemies of yours, if they were to get the better of you, they would behave. Every time they get the better of you, they do this. This is what the Quran ayat is saying, your enemies. Ahlul Bayt's enemies, Prophet Muhammad's enemies, okay? Imam has to prove this. Never will you, if there is a Quran ayat in that Shia Quran, this ayat, never will you, your relatives, your children benefit you. Then we come to this fourth ayat of Surah Mumtahana. It's 60, Surah 60. Okay, I don't have to go up there. I can look at this. Oh, I have to share this. So it's not coming here. I didn't add to the stage. Now it's coming. You can see, right? So now there has already been for you an excellent pattern in Abraham and those with him, when they said to their people, indeed, we are disassociated from you and from what you worship other than Allah. First, they disassociated themselves. Initiation by Abraham and his people. We have denied you, and there has appeared between us and you animosity. Appeared between us and you animosity and hatred forever until you believe in Allah. Who's initiated it? How did this animosity and hatred appear? And who is telling whom to be until you believe in Allah? Since this enmity has appeared. Allah is telling, wait a minute, Abraham and the people are telling the polytheists or the disbelievers. Indeed, we are from you. Who are these you? Until you believe in Allah. Are these atheists? Have you seen Sam Harris? He's a gem of a person. He's got a heart of a gold. Or, in fact, a heart of cotton. He's such a soft hearted person. See him talking to Yasmin Muhammad this time on Yasmin Muhammad's channel. He cares. He really cares. He's such a gem of a person, I tell you. Sam Harris, an atheist. And you're telling Sam Harris type atheist, soft hearted, Bertrand Russell, Richard Dawkins. They really care. You can see Richard Dawkins helping ex Muslims, except for saying of Abraham to his father. Yeah, so these are the polytheists who have worshipped gods in idol forms. They worshipped. Worship is something. Why would they spend their life worshipping gods? Their lives went around these gods. Now, can you tell me how bad worship can be? So you come to the root of worship, the word worship. Not that they didn't worship hakikat, the truth, the true existence, actuality of Allah or something. But they still worship them. So worship, take the worship, and Surah Zumarite. But now who has it come from? This animosity and hatred you can see, right? From them, from Abraham and those with him. You see? So this, just a minute, please let me, uh, for a few seconds, mute myself. So this. Now I will continue later on this as disorderly and unprofessional because I cannot organize myself and the way I'm struggling with this. I hope people are going to come here and support me, even if it is against what you believe in. Sometimes just let it be and listen and see what the other side is showing you. Listen to the other side. We are not your enemies. No, but enemies. Idol worshippers, those who have worshipped idols, worship of God. Who do you think they worship? Like, of course, you start like from nurse. That's why they say that's why Sunni and Shia problem always. We had to tell the Sunnis, uh, what was it? Wasila problem. How the Shias take their wasila imams and all this. They're worshipping imams, and you tell them, Baba, or no, directly call on Allah. Now we have to tell them, explain to them that, when you were not, when you were a baby, who took care of you? Allah. Allah took care of you, or Allah assigned a mother to take care of you, who was your natural mother, a natural being who took care of you. Are you calling Allah, or are you, as a baby, are you calling your mother to give you milk when you're crying for milk? The baby is not calling Allah. The baby is calling the mother to put her breast in his mouth. Sorry, I have to put it so vulgarly. So this is, oh God, sorry, excuse me. Okay, so we had to explain this to the Sunnis. Then it's like, oh, they're dead. But they're not now on that. So we go, oh God, they're not dead. Haven't you seen? If in Urdu, okay, that Quran ayat Allama Rashid Turabi has given in Rizq, right? So they're not dead. Do not even think that they are dead or imagine to be. Those who have died in the way of Allah are alive, not dead. They are another way, shaheed. So this, so it goes, went on and on and on and on and on. Okay? Okay, so I, okay, it's Ramadan has started. So with due respect to the Muslims, you see, where does enmity start? Now, how can Imam Mahdi come? Because they've made so much enmity. And how much Ismailis, can your Imam tell us, please? Can you help me? Baha'is, is this in your Quran? Do you have a Quran? You had a Quran. Ismailis, is this ayat there? Imam Mahdi, excuse me. I know that Shias do tafsir on these ayats. They take this Quran, even the religious scholars. So this ayat must be there. Why do they do a tafsir? Why do they have a tafsir on this ayat? Do they have a tafsir? Right? I can show you now. Let me see. Tafsir on Surah Mumtahana, Shia Tafsir. Surah Mumtahana, ayat 4, Shia Tafsir. Okay, here they've given just a general on Surah Mumtahana, but I'll be going to, uh, so it's al-islam.org. Oh, God. Sorry, I'll have cognate Shia. This is Shia website. Those with whom designates the believers, limited in number. Okay, we understand. So ends, tafsir ends here. Prophet Abraham assured him that he would, okay, about his father. Let's go up. Prophet Abraham and his followers severance of any ties with idolaters, aiming at certain specific circumstances as well as expedients, since the evidence reflects that Abraham had seemingly noticed the preparedness of his paternal uncle Azar to convert to monotheism, but the latter was concerned that if he converted to monotheism, what would happen to his span of life spent in idolatry? Well, who was, so does the Bible say that uncle was Azar? Jewish books promised. Okay, it doesn't talk about hatred, but severance at Allah's enemies with utmost decisive. They said that they would here it says something. According to some traditions, such disbelief is one of the five types of disbelief. They said that they would persist in their denial until they believe in the one God, and thereby express their dislike of Allah's enemies. These are now Allah's enemies, not even Muslim enemies, and believers' enemies, with utmost decisiveness and assertiveness, declaring that such separation was irrevocable for good, unless they change the course and convert to monotheism. However, since there were exceptions in Abraham's life, aiming at guiding some policies, the blessed verse proceeds to say that they severed all their ties with the disbelieving people, refrained from expressing an affectionate words with them, except for Abraham's promise to his father. Another thing is, where's the enmity part? To further expound the meaning, the blessed verse proceeds to say that on that day when they said unto the polytheists and disbelieving peoples that they disliked them, and what they worship besides Almighty. Ooh. They neither recognize you as believers nor your beliefs as true beliefs. They dislike both of them and the worthless beliefs. To lay further emphasis on their assertions, they said that they disbelieved in them. But what about the hatred thing? Verily, there has been an excellent example for you in Abraham and those with him when they said unto the people, indeed, we dislike you and whatever you worship besides Allah. Okay. We have rejected you, and this part is missing in the commentary section. Hatred. And there will be between us and you enmity and hatred forever until you believe in Allah alone. So the Shias have given this verse, like in the Sunni, right? But no commentary on that. So why is so you see now I can see why this Imam is hiding 12th Imam, and I can see it. They are the ones who created this enmity you brought about. These are worshippers of God. Surah Zumar ayat, they say even our awliyas we worship them. so that they may help us come near to Allah. Right? Surah Zumar ayat 3. Now be a witness. This Quran ayat is there, the same translation as the Sunnis, right? In Quran.com, all the translations you can see. Where is it? I showed you before. So please see this, right? See this Shia translation? The translation Shia. See the commentary, but this part is missing. Hatred has come up between you and me. Us. Who started the hatred? They did. Abraham and those with him said, we have denied you, and there has appeared between us and you animosity and hatred. What is the word here used? Let's see. Arabic word. Oh, that also.
والبغضاء
بغضاء. بغضاء. Enmity. Ada,
العداوة
okay. Adawatu. And
والبغضاء
hatred. بغضاء. Adawatu. Enmity. Between you, between us. Forever. Abadan.
أبدا
Abadan. Until you believe in Allah alone. One Allah. واحد. وحده.
وحده
لا شريك له. بالله وحده. Ooh. Okay, I better go now. So you see this? I'm taking breaks. Sorry. Tired to see. So this was my thing. I'm terrible, I know, but in explaining and all this, I'm not a professional. Like we've got great people, Yasmin, Muhammad, many, Nuria Khan, and me. I'm really terrible, so please bear with me, okay? But I got it right? At least disorderly, whatever I've done, my introduction. What the true Shia Imam would have to prove, and when he also brings the true Quran. So taking both Ismailis, and Shias, okay, and Baha'is, every one of you, I'll be helping you leave Islam soon and question your Imam. Imam, may my life, my parents first, my parents' life, my life be ransom against you. Okay, can you please tell us? Right, however respectfully you may say, ask the Imam. Okay, I'm leaving you now to come back again. Let's see if I can organize a little bit, prepare for this a little bit. So I leave you now. Have a good day. Keep away from not your wife. Oh, yeah. Right now, keep away. Sunnis, keep away from your wives, right? No kissing. No, but your prophet did that. So, toba, terrible. Okay, sorry. Oh my God, that's so shocking, sick, disgusting. Okay, I leave you. I hope you. That's why you leave. So you're fasting for Allah's sake, and now you're kissing your wife because Prophet Muhammad, if you know that hadith, and if your religious scholars have told you the truth, that you can kiss your wives right now. But just be careful that you don't get an orgasm so quickly.